Disclaimer, no investment advice provided. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please have a read of the disclaimer in your own time. Alright, guys and girls, how's it going? Swades is here. Hope everyone's well. Beautiful weather today. Absolutely beautiful in the north as well. I don't know about the rest of the country, but the northwest has been totally awesome. So I hope everyone's been getting out and enjoying the sun. And thanks for all the new followers on Twitter. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the DMs. People inquiring about joining Swades' Charts Discord. It's totally awesome. We're running special offers till the end of April. So, anyway, if you're interested, yeah, send us a DM. So I thought I'd do like a podcast, yeah, on a few movies in the markets. Now, what I'll do for those that are that don't want to listen to my dulcet tones, and I can talk a glass eye to sleep, as I've said many times before. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through the stocks and the tickers that we're going to be talking about in relation to how they're looking on the charts. And what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to time code them in the YouTube link. Okay, so if you want to go to the YouTube link and, you can fast forward, so, I don't need to bore you to tears. So there's going to be quite a few. I think there's like 11 or 12 tickers that I'm going to go through just on the fly, right? Nothing, no fancy editing or anything like that. Just on the fly, see if we can do it in one hit. So the first one we're going to look at is TYM. Then we're going to look at NTOG, then POW, then N4P. Then DDDD, then Mode, then VAST, then SYME, or ARB, which is ARB, RMM, and then throw in a wild card, WSBN. So what I'll do, guys, we'll jump straight to the chart, and I'll time code them, and we'll have a look and see what the market makers have been up today, 19th of the 4th, 2021, and it's a Monday, and the markets are obviously closed now. And it's been quite an interesting day across the markets in general, and also across the alternative investment market. Just want to jump to Swades' Charts Discord, by the way, and congratulate Scott and Asif. You've been given you've accepted the role of moderators in Swades' Charts Discord. So thank you guys for all your wonderful support and your consistent track record, and also for your great charting, and I really appreciate you guys being here. And we're growing as a community. It's absolutely fantastic. And so that's totally awesome. Just wanted to say a shout out to Scott and Asif, to Crazy Asif, and to Scott 100. Cheers, guys. Right, let's jump to the charts with TYM. Now, I won't bother going back into Twitter, but we called this. We've called TYM before. And we've called this break, I think 1st of April, we tweeted about it. On this particular break, looks like it was gonna break, and it certainly did break. We've got a descending triangle, right? This is the daily chart with TYM. We've got a descending triangle. Price broke out, and it gave us a nice solid, like a solid bar with a little bit of a tail bar, an engulf. So this is an engulf at a key location, right? The market makers gave us an engulf. Gave us an engulf, which is fantastic, and also this engulf broke out of the triangle, and today I think we've had like 17.14% close with TYM. What we'll do, we'll try and figure out what it's actually doing now. So let's just screw down to the 4-hour chart. The bulls are pretty much in control with TYM, so we have to figure out now what price is going to do. We've got a lot of market structure up ahead. Okay. All the EMAs are now underneath price action. On the 4-hour, we've got a 21 underneath, the 50, the 100, and the 200. So as you can see, when it was trending down, then price broke out to the lows. All the EMAs, even the 200 as well, were all above price action. And we've had this buying activity, jump back to the hourly chart, onto the daily charts, should I say. And then we had the price breakout from the triangle. So what I like from a technical analytics perspective with TYM is that price broke out with this beautiful engulf out the triangle, gave us a lovely setup at a key level on the charts. Okay, and now we've got all this market structure up ahead. So it'll be very interesting to see the rest of the trading week where TYM is going to go. I'm not saying that price is going to go to the moon straight away. We've already had, I think we've already got like, on this particular call, we're already close to 30% on this particular call already, I think, off the top of my head. It'll be something like that. 28-30%. So we've got some nice market structure. There's some levels of resistance up ahead, but there's also some strong areas of support on the charts as well. I expect to see some bullish continuation with TYM. Let's jump to NTOG. Because this is pretty much moving as well. We've also called out NTOG as well. NTOG daily chart, Nostra Terra Oil and Gas Company. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm just used to the tickers NTOG. That's what I call it. So we've also called pretty much the bounce this time around with NTOG again. So we've got some beautiful angles, 4 angles at a key location on the charts. And look at this close today. We had this very bullish tail bar breakouts, an engulf. Is it an engulf? No, I don't think it's an engulf. No, it's not an engulf. It's a bullish tail bar. A little bit of a tail on top. Still a lovely close with NTOG, breaking out that little triangle at a key location. Prior to that, we've had multiple engulfs. So again, looks like a continuation of trend. Looks like we've now come out of this downtrend with NTOG. We've got this market structure up ahead, and will price want to start testing these levels? There's some levels here that price might want to try and have a little bit of resistance over, like 0.656, and then we've got like 0.704. But we've had a triangle break. We've got multiple angles to the key level, and we've got a tail bar, a little bit of a tail bar on top. Let's have a quick look at the 4-hour chart. Beautiful trend on the 4 hours. We can see sometimes, 4 hours are a little bit more revealing than the daily even, but the daily is pretty cool for looking at the big picture, looking at the macro picture, right? So on the 4 hour, we've got the breakout, and then we've finished pretty much the last 2 candles. We had a solid buying candle in the 4 hour, and then the last 4 hour candle, which is not obviously a full 4 hour, but the last 4 hour candle closed nice and high. So that is a strong finish to the day's trading with NTOG. And looking at the bigger picture, well, market structure up ahead. Very interesting mover right now with NTOG. Let's see how it trades the rest of the trading week. All right, next one, POW. In no particular order, guys. All right, so Power Metal Resources. It's been like many stocks have been. March was like the sell-off, the mother of all sell-offs for many tickers across March, as we all know. But the market makers love to torture us sometimes, torture us out of our positions, torture us out of our stocks, make us sell at a loss, invoke emotions, fear, uncertainty, doubt. The market makers are absolutely geniuses at this sort of thing. That's why I think having a strong system of technical analysis can help us sometimes remove the emotion from what's actually going on. This is what we try and teach the students in the Discord. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but when we're seeing repeatable patterns in the market, it does give us a sense of confidence that we can compartmentalize price action with these individual components and these methodologies in this system of TA, and it can help us out a lot. POW appears to have closed over this particular triangle, but what we've got, and what I've said as well, we have this consolidation zone right now. What price did, I think, on the last day of trading, which was the 16th, which was Friday last week, if I just zoom into this consolidation zone, we can see that price very subtly closed over this level. Now, the level, I think, was 2.39. I think I put on Twitter, price needed to close over 2.39 or 2.40, which it did. Price closed over this level because you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times that price tried to close over this level previous to the 16th. It couldn't do it. So it did do on the 16th. Now, is that an indication that this downtrend is going to reverse? Possibly. It's a weak breakout of consolidation, but backing it up is a close over the triangle with a couple of trading days. And today, interestingly enough, like I see, with the market structure that we see time and time again, price has then used the previous outer limits of the triangle as support. So what I want to see with POW, I want to see a strong breakout to the up over these levels. And if we can start trending back up with POW, we've got the potentiality of some fantastic market structure up ahead where price may want to come and test 3.50. Let's see. But I've got a feeling that POW is going to turn bullish at some point in the not too near future, all right? So there you go, POW dead quickly. Let's have a look at N4P. Swayze's Charts has called N4P multiple times now on Twitter and also in the Discord. And when it moves, it really moves. Now, I thought we were going to see a breakout consolidation today with N4P, but we didn't see it, unfortunately. We were chatting amongst ourselves in the Discord, tracking it. We've got it price alerted. And the wonderful thing about the Discord is we've got over 150 pair of eyes on these tickers and stocks. So if I miss something, you can guarantee that one of the students won't. And then we have the multiple rooms where we can post our ideas and look at how the markets are moving, and we consolidate our ideas together to try and create opportunities, right? So N4P, N4 Farmer on the charts, moving along. It might possibly need a redraw at some point soon, but let's just zoom in to local action. Now, this is the current micro consolidation that price is currently in. It's been in it since like the 25th of March, just micro consolidating, not being able to get above these levels. Now today, N4P tested these levels and it was 8 let's have a quick look at it, 8.54. Let's just zoom in, make sure, let's have a quick look, let's just micro adjust this. Sometimes this charts get a little bit skewed. Right, so price on this micro consolidation needs to close, and I think I tweeted about it as well today. It needs to close over 8.50. Now I thought it might try and do that today, but it didn't. But what it has done, again, we can see that we've got a triangle break. It tried to close over it in the last day trade on the 16th, couldn't do it. But today we've got a triangle break with N4P. Again, if price wants to break out of the micro consolidation zone, we've got some beautiful market structure up ahead. And when N4P moves, as we know, and we've called it multiple times before using the system of TA, when it moves, guys, it moves good guns, okay? You get some phenomenal buying spikes if you can get in to the action with N4P. We got some key levels. We've got some lovely looking candles here. We've got a lovely little end goal for the key level, which formed on the 14th of April last week. And I'm liking what I'm seeing with M4P. I'm looking for some stronger buying activity, and I want to see this level tested and closed over the 8.50 level. I think that's what we're talking about, right? So moving quickly on again. Let's come out of N4P. Let's have a look at DDDD. That's a popular ticker. We've called it many times before with Swayze's Charts Discord. That's for sure. We've also got it wrong a few times as well. But on the whole, we've had some very successful calls with DDDD. Let's just look at the daily chart, okay, and let's again zoom in to some local action. Because when you understand how the markets move, you understand that it moves in different patterns and then different channels within channels and triangles, consolidation zones. And what we have to do, we have to try and decode exactly what is going on with the way that the markets are moving. So let me just draw a quick triangle on the daily chart. Because I just spotted something, but I just want to see whether, right, I'm not too sure about that particular one. Right, let's leave the triangle out of that one. Sometimes triangles won't work so much, swing high, swing lows, and we have to make sure that we're putting a triangle in there for the right reason. So I'm happy to keep this micro consolidation zone here. Now, when we look, what I've done with the lower trend line, okay, as you can see, the reason why the lower trend line is here is there's a gap between the lower trend line and price action at the minute, okay, but as we can see, I've drawn the lower trend line of this macro channel to the close of this candle here, which goes all the way back to July 2020, right? Now what we do, we zoom in and we can see that price came and interacted with this trend line on the 31st, okay, on the 31st, and it gave us this engulf at this key level. That's a very interesting looking candle. So that definitely found support. It wasn't an engulf trap by the looks of things. Then what happened, instead of breaking out, double D has been micro consolidating. So again, like we see with the previous tickers we've been looking at, guys, we've got a key level that double D really needs to close over. I thought it was going to do it today, but again, it didn't close over. And I've tweeted about it as well on Twitter. So 119.8. I've tweeted about it on Twitter, like, you know, where else am I going to tweet? Ignore that last comment. So price needs to close over 119.8 with double D. It's currently fixed in this micro consolidation zone. A lot of the times, micro consolidation means continuation of the trend if it's at the right level on the charts. So it would be nice to see a breakout to come and try and test these other levels up ahead. But I think, looking at the charts, personally, I think double D is bullish for the local, the medium, and the longer term on the charts. We've got some untapped market structure up ahead with double D, which I think the buyers will take control of this ticker at some point in the near future. And I think it'll smash through these levels. Let's see whether or not the market makers want to sell it off and interact with these lower levels first. But there was a possible cup and handles, head and shoulders, should I say. There was a head and shoulders reversal pattern with double D. So this will be classed as the left shoulder. This will be classed as the head. And these are significant levels on the charts, guys, right? So that was the left shoulder, that was the head, and then you can see the right shoulder that formed. This is a reversal pattern that we see all the times across the markets. Okay, we teach this in the Discord, and it's very interesting to see these significant levels. In fact, let me just adjust this a little bit. I've just spotted something. The left shoulder was actually here. Right, so the left shoulder was here. What we do, we draw a trend line to the close of the left shoulder. Okay. So what happens is with head and shoulders reversals, there's the left shoulder, there's the head, there's the right shoulder. Price could not get past that level, which was 140.2. Price couldn't get past sold off, but then came down with this great big bearish candle on the 23rd of March last month. Everybody remembers that. And then subsequently prices in a micro consolidation zone. All right, I'm looking for price to close above the micro consolidation and then the buyers to come back in and then defeat that previous level of resistance on the head and shoulders reversal, which was 140.2. all right, double D. What I might do, guys, is I might cover a couple more tickers and then upload this first video, and then we'll do a part 2, I think, because I don't want to make the videos too long, and I know I like to go on, but I know I'm going to time code these stocks and tickers anyway, but I just don't want to make the video too long. Let's see how we crack on. Let's have a look at mode. But I've always loved the way double D's moved. I just find it absolutely fascinating from a TA perspective. Right, so unfortunately, mode did not find support in the macro channel. We're probably going to need to redraw mode at some point soon. Unfortunately, at the minute, on the daily chart, we can see out on the 4-hour mode is trending down. And it's selling off still, okay? So price really needs to come back up and break above the upper trend line of this local downtrend that price is currently in with mode. As we can see on the chart, so price alert it to the up and to the down. Sometimes market states change, we'll have an uptrend and then all of a sudden sell off, like we can see with these candles here, solid selling broke down to the low, as we can see on the 9th of April last week or the week before, I can't quite remember, but that's basically the baton being passed from buying to selling. So unfortunately now we're in a downtrend with mod locally. Will the buyers come back in and test these levels? Hopefully they will do. That's what's happening with mode. We've got market structure even lower. We've had a lot of bearish candles in the past week or so, and a lot of aggressive selling. There's definitely sellers involved with mode. We need to see some bullish activity and test these levels of this local downtrend action with mode. Okay, we'll have a look at Vast, because that is another one that's absolutely fascinating. A lot of ramping, a lot of retweeting going on the past month or so with Vast. This particular candle with Vast on the 17th of March, there was heavy ramping and retweeting going on social media. And imagine if you was a buyer who got tricked and trapped into buying Vast at these levels, thinking that these people on Twitter are here to do you a favour because, you know, they're just nice people and they want to make you loads of money. Unfortunately, anyone that jumped into this candle on the 17th of March and bought these levels is now going to be either out of the game with a loss, out of the game as a margin trader, or you sat there holding the metaphorical baby and you're at a loss with Vast. Now I've been tweeting about Vast for quite a while, not de-ramping at all, but saying be cautious, because I think October the 19th, Vast has been in this downtrend since October the 19th. Every time we see price hitting this upper trend line, it's sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off. So as we can see, the major FinTwit ramping and hype campaign was occurring previous to these candles. Now, bearing in mind, guys, right, this candle with Vast, which was on the 17th, that was a solid buying candle at some stage of the game on the 17th. Everyone thought Vast was going to the moon. Boom, sellers came in, tricked and trapped, took everybody out. So Vast closed today with another bearish candle. We've now had 22 or 23 trading days since this hype candle here, which tricked and trapped. Okay, just be careful with rampers and retweeters, guys, right? There's a lot of great guys out there, don't get me wrong. I've sung loads of people's praises, but learning a strong system of technical analysis can keep you out of danger, not financial advice. All right, guys. Vast, in my opinion, needs to break this macro downtrend that I've now been preaching about for the last month or so until I would feel comfortable in buying or going long personally with this ticker. All right, guys, let's have a look at, in fact, what I'll do, I'm going to upload this as part 1, or get it on YouTube, get it on Twitter. I'll time code it, and then we'll do SYME, ORR, ARB, RMM and WSB just to finish off. All right, cheers, guys.